I'm very happy to be here at the European Microwave Week and very excited to present you our new signal spectrum analyzer, the FSWX. So this is our latest member in the signal spectrum analyzer family at Rohde & Schwarz, and it has many innovations that we are happy to show here during the trade show. So the first innovation with this new platform is that it's the industry's first signal spectrum analyzer which is multi-channel capable. So you can see it here that this model, 44 GHz, has 2 RF inputs. So this allows phase coherent acquisition on multiple channels, and this opens the door for a variety of possible use cases. And one of the use cases we'd like to show here with this demo is the characterization of radar jammers. So what we are doing here is that we are simulating the output of a radar jammer with our signal generator. This is why we have a 2-channel signal generator here. The first channel corresponds to the radar input of the radar jammer, and the second channel corresponds to a simulated output of the radar jammer. And for this purpose, we are using our pulse sequencer tool, which is able of generating complex radar and electronic warfare scenarios. Then, with the FSWX, since we have now the possibility to acquire 2 signals in parallel, we have the possibility to perform the analysis of the input and the output of the radar jammer in parallel. So as you can see here, we have the capture of both signals in parallel with the pulse analysis capability of the FSWX. So you can see here that we have the magnitude capture of both signals, and we have also a table with all pulse parameters from both signals. Here it becomes even more interesting because then we can show different parameter trends over all captured pulses. So you see here, for example, the phase trend and the amplitude trend, and everything what you see in yellow here corresponds to the input. So the first signal, the input, the radar input of the radar jammer, and the blue traces correspond to the simulated output of the radar jammer. Here at the bottom, you see the measurements, so the pulse parameters for the selected pulses in the table. So everything that is highlighted in blue here. So now if I start moving the marker here from the parameter trends, you can see that the measurements are also changing. So you see here there is a ramp-up phase. So the blue trace, for example, in the magnitude measurement window is increasing. So this is the first step of an RGPO, so range gap pull-off jamming technique, for example, to deceive the radar automatic gain control so that it focuses on the false signal, so the fake signal instead of the real reflected signal. And then you see that the signal is starting to shift compared to the input signal, which means that the radar jammer is now faking its position. So now the radar is thinking that the airplane is moving away, although it didn't change its position. And you see that with the multi-channel capability, it's really a dashboard for the developers, so they can really step by step verify that the jamming technique is working as expected.